right, your main man here, and this is definitely not the best picture quality, but I'm still installing stuff on my new computer here, so just bear with me and understand. I realize that, but this is a little internal gimmick. This is gonna be part 2 of that huge RPG haul I picked up for that guy at the flea market, and I got his number and I called him up today and went by, looked at his stuff. Unfortunately, I did, because apparently some game shop was trying to get in there and get a hold of these beloved items, and I said, no, local game shop, ew, your main man shall get a hold of these items as is his custom. So, and before I get to this, let me also say, from the books I picked up the first time, and from looking at these, and the guy kind of said he thinks there might be a whole nother group of them, and I think that's correct, because one of the I picked up this Cthulhu, like it was like the front to a module, and that was not in the books that I went by and saw today. And in the last video, there's a Void Engineers mage book. That was the only mage book, Mage Ascension, in either of these groups. And I got a lot of other books that show the guy, had more of a collection, and there's some vampire books that the guy should have had in that collection that I suppose are probably also out there in the other stuff that these guys have, which I should be able to pick up as well. So anticipate a part 3 to this. Now, a lot of this stuff, I just picked up in a big lot. I paid $45 for all this stuff right here, which is a little bit more than I paid on the other one. The other one was like $36. Honestly, I thought that was, well, that was a better lot. But this is not bad either. And there are a few pretty decent books in here. And you can look at this video and the other one if you want some of this stuff. Feel free to contact me. Easiest way to do is on Facebook. But if you leave you can drop me a gimmick in the thing below. Some of these are, of course, going to go into my collection. My Wraith collection is a little bit weak at the moment. So this spoiler, there are a whole bunch of Wraith books in this box. So some of these are going right into my collection. So they will not be going out. But a lot of these will be for sale, and I'm just gonna go through the box. I'm not even exactly sure what's in there. I just pull books, but not everything in here are White Wolf. There's some pretty nice other finds in here as well, and I think there's the bottom of the box. A silver record for War of the Apocalypse. I am happy to sell that if anyone wants that. I'm cool with working out trades and stuff too. I basically didn't want this stuff to get destroyed, and for $45 for a whole lot of it, I can wind up just pick it all up. But a lot of this I don't really want in my house, so selling it would be the easiest way. But otherwise, I have this book for Trinity. It's a free introductory kit. I have no idea if this is of any use, value, if there's anything cool in there. I don't know. But if it's a free introductory kit, that might mean there's not more Trinity stuff. I didn't even notice that when I picked it up. Like I said, I was going. There was a lot of stuff. It was mixed in with comic books, so I kind of had to go through that. But I was looking at the comic books too, because like if they're graphic novels, I'll pick them up. I have no use for just a single comic book. It's like issue 2 of. I don't care about that. My only real interest is probably mostly reading these to my kids. To my kid, he's large. So I guess we could refer to him in a plural fashion. So I got this one, Clive Barker Hellraiser. I looked through there, none of the panels look particularly objectionable. So it's done in this style of art, which I do not like. I'll probably just read this to my kid, and if somebody wants it, they can let me know. After I'm done with reading it to him. I have this. This is called Cthulhu. But it's odd looking, and it's from Pagan Publishing. So it's not Chaosium. I only briefly looked through it. I'm not really sure what this is. So, does this go for like Call of Cthulhu from Chaosium, or I don't know what this is exactly. So I don't know. I picked it up. Wraith the Oblivion Hierarchy. Some of these Wraith books are worth a little bit, like the Wraith Storyteller screen. Not anyway, none. It does have the little gimmick in here though, and the screen. Of course, I'm happy. Anybody wants to pick up a Wraith Storyteller screen, I'm happy to get rid of that. I do not use screens at all, ever. So, they're no real value to me. You guys wait for those. Wraith the Oblivion Midnight Express. I'm talking about Who is that? Is that Duke Earl Bobby Eaton, maybe, if you understand? Is that Dennis Cadre? Do we have Randy Rose in the background? Or perhaps Stan Lane? Who's that man back there? We know that man shouldn't be having no slides. That man needs a tennis racket, baby. Some old corny Ute action, if you will. The Risen, which is only kind of a Wraith book. If you don't know, this is White Wolf's version of the Crow. Like, the Crow is very popular, so they made this book so you can play the Crow. It has pretty poorly written rules in there for it. Like, kind of crosses vampire stuff over. Speaking of vampire, here's Necropolis Atlanta. This has vampires in it too. So it's basically not only is it Necropolis. Oh, if it even says there, and Vampire the Masquerade down here. So it's a by night. It's Necropolis Atlanta, which is their version for Wraith, which I think was the only one they did. And then there is Atlanta by night. So it's both of those things. Alone on Halloween, a Call of Cthulhu, a solo scenario against the Children of the Night, Pagan Publishing. So this is from the same people, licensed by Chaosium. Okay, well that starts kind of explaining. Wow, this is campaign headquarters. No, that place that's quite some time ago. That place closed. So this stuff all came out. I did get some clarity. This stuff came out of a storage locker. The guy I picked this stuff up from, he buys like the leftovers for storage lockers. Like if a guy wants to go in there and buy furniture or jewelry or whatever, then they'll call this guy up and he'll come in and he'll scoot the rest of the locker up from them for a reduced price. That's how he gets his stuff, from what he told me at least. So, and he's no a dealer. He was valuing books by how big they were. So, for example, I'll just show you some of the. There are a couple of books that are basically worth very little, and they cost me more than some of the ones that are quite more expensive. But I mean, whatever. I just took them all. I didn't really. Wasn't very selective. Let's put it that way. So I got this. This is The Unspeakable Oath. This is also called Cthulhu, and this one is Pagan Publishing as well. At least I think it's called Cthulhu. It does it say anywhere? It does not seem to say. Oh, it does too. Yeah, for Call of Cthulhu. This only has a retail price of $4. It looks like. So I don't know. Maybe there's not much in here. I've never seen this book before. Some of these I've never seen before. I didn't like spend time looking at them. I was sitting in the living room going through the stuff. Boom, boom. It was yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Really, really quick as I was looking through them. And he was just talking. Haunts for Wraith Oblivion. Most of these books are in pretty good shape, but I mean they're not. Oh, there we go. I thought page was falling out. I was about to say, but the page is falling out here, but it's not. It's this, which is that's somebody's character sheet. So that's of no value, and we'll basically go in the garbage pretty soon. But yeah, all right. So yeah, most of these are in pretty good shape. They're not, they're used, but they're not in bad shape as I thought they might have been. I picked up again. It was a stack of comic books. I thought this one. I had heard some good things about this. I think this is one. Thor Vikings. Let me know if you know. Is this the whole thing? This one graphic novel, is it the whole Thor Vikings joint, or do I have to be bothered to acquire even more stuff? This says Vikings 1 to 5, which is probably not everything, is it? That would be too easy, wouldn't it? But I figured that'd be nice and easy, and I read it to my kid. My nephew's my nephew's an adult, but he's a big Thor fan. I'll probably just give it to him after I read it to my nephew. And it's in, I mean, this thing isn't like great shape. It looks like it just came off of the shelf. It has a tiny bit of shelfware on it, which you'd expect. I also picked up this. Clyde Barker's Book of the Damned 3. I don't really know. It's not a comic book. I'm not really sure what it was. I didn't have time to really look at them. But I don't know. It looked kind of cool inside. I'll probably do something with it. Who knows? Maybe I won't. Another White Wolf magazine. I don't know why I wanted to pick these up. If he has any more, I don't think I will. But if you guys want the White Wolf magazines, I think I have some more. And the other ones, those are definitely not for my collection. The race stuff, I have some other race stuff. I don't know if I have another copy of it. I'm happy to. So those buried secrets. which I want to say this one came with the screen, but I might be wrong on that. Maybe I'm wrong on that because it's got a price tag right here. Yeah, I don't know. Wraith Player's Guide. I might have a copy of that one. Another White Wolf magazine. Because again, the way the guy was charging for the books, like in his mind, like that would have probably been worth more than say that. You know. So there we go. Guild Book Sandman. And these are, it's a little work there, but it's pretty good shape. Sandman. Then I have Artificers. There are, I believe, 6 of these. They did not finish the run. Maybe they'll redo this. They made Wraith 20, which I think they're doing. I don't know why they canceled the game because it didn't sell, but whatever. Maskers. So there's 3 of the guild books right there. I think I have one of them already. Dark Reflection Specters, which is, I think, one of the more valuable Wraith the Oblivion books. Love Beyond Death. This is a module, and it has a kayaking advertisement in here. You can go in an eco tour. Seems that'd be more likely to be in a werewolf book, though, wouldn't it? Any of the modules as well. I guess is a module or a group of modules, I guess. All of these I'm happy to get rid of. Pentex Subsidiaries. So it's a pretty good book. Of course, you had to change a lot of names. You know, they have like McDonald's and stuff like that in there. Midnight Circus. That's another one I'm happy to get rid of. I think it's kind of like a setting. I think it's like a setting type book, like in a carnival or in a bunch of like NPCs. Rage Across the Amazon. And I think I had another copy of this one. I think so. I think I picked up 2 of these, which is really weird because there's a liquidation sale at the mall near where I live back in like the late 90s, and they sold off all the role-playing game books, and I didn't even know it happened. Like, I just happened to be at the mall that day, and I stumbled upon it, and I picked up some stuff. I think some D&D type stuff or whatever, but I think almost all our White Wolf stuff had already sold, and I ended up getting 2 copies of this book. They were like $1 or $2 each. I just bought one for me and bought one to give it to one of my friends. The Gups. I should give that to the Gups. And I think I picked up a few other books besides that, but that one, any kind of setting book stuff like that, that's not my gimmick, you know. So this is 2nd edition Clan Tremere. So, which all the more because the 1st edition was in the other lot. All the more leads me to think that this guy might be in possession, or might have been in possession of some mage books. Here's 1st edition Tremere, so I think I have 2 of those now. Probably the coolest book on the lot was Ananasi, and I think I have this already, so I'm happy to sell those all of these off as well. Outcast, which I'm not sure if I have or not. This is kind of cool because it's got like the Cative and the Hollow ones and stuff like that in it. It was like their clan book, or whatever. All of their canon. I think I have this one as well. So same deal, guys. This one got reduced to $7.50 for campaign headquarters. I don't know. Too bad they don't have a year on it. That'd be kind of interesting. So, yeah, this is a pretty cool book. I've never actually really used this for a game. They're kind of like the Watchers, I guess, from Highlander. That's the way people sort of explained them. And I've read this book, but it has been probably close to 20 years ago. A World of Darkness. This is a thick one. The 1st edition. This is 2nd edition. The 1st edition was really small. 18 bucks retail at that time, which is pretty high for a soft cover. But that's another one I definitely get rid of in here. Like, here's the books. That's probably the book that didn't charge me the most on. This is 1st edition Wraith, which I would not think was worth very much. I might be wrong. It might be collectible, but I don't know. It does look cool inside. But again, I was kind of surprised because his price was higher than it was on the last one. I thought kind of substantially, but I was like, well, I might as well just go ahead and get him. I'm not going to go through and haggle and renegotiate or whatever, because I want the guy to like. I told him, I said, I'll buy it for 45. But I told him he wanted 50, and I was like, because I thought he was going to say $30. So I was just shouting back and said, well, I'll give him 2 for 40, and of course, you know what he said. So I paid him $45, and I told him that you got to give me a call when you get the rest of these books. I'll give him like all my contact information so that I could actually get a hold of those instead of having them just sold off to some reseller. Let's see, I showed you guys those. So that's what I got. Oh yeah, and also I got a whole bunch of other stuff here that I'm gonna show you, because I'm gonna show you the cool stuff now. I got Terra from Beyond the Stars from Chaosium. All right, that's pretty tight, isn't it? Looking all fucking good. So yeah, this was actually the reason I wanted to go back, because I wanted to see stuff like that, and I wanted to see stuff like this. So, more Call of Cthulhu stuff. I got the Call of Cthulhu screen, and it's there. I don't want to really open it up and mess with it. I got this with this one as well. I think it's another Pagan Press one. It says 4 Call of Cthulhu. No, it's Chaosium. Okay. Alone Against the Dark. So that might be kind of cool. I don't really know. I don't really know what all these are. The one book I really wanted has not appeared yet. But then again, like I said, I think there might be a part 3 to this. Let's hope so. And the Call of Cthulhu book I actually really want might be involved in that. So besides those, here's kind of the good stuff. Yeah, we have Kingsport, the City in the Mist. And to me, that's pretty cool. I have like Call of Cthulhu base, like 5th or 6th edition. I don't know. The editions are so close together that to me it doesn't mean anything. Whatever differences there are, I wouldn't even bother. Just roll with whatever you're doing, whatever edition book you happen to have. It'll work fine. But that was pretty cool. That might be of some use to me. The next one we're gonna go with is the Great Old Ones. I think some of these are valuable, so feel free to leave me a comment as to what particularly is valuable. And all of these, they have little issues, but I mean they're pretty much straight. So yeah, I think that was pretty cool, man. That, and then I think this one has some value to it. Mansions of Madness. And I just found all these, man, just sitting there. Break stock in comic books, and I could be completely wrong with all of these, but I mean, even if these are like $1 or cent each or whatever, those particular books I'm quite happy to have. So I don't know, maybe we'll do some more Cthulhu stuff, live plays on my channel. I don't know. Of course, for those of you who are heretics and don't know, there is, of course, HP crap. But I was real happy to get this. I think I did pretty well for $45. Not quite as cheap as I thought, because I think I got a stack of books just as big with some toys and the nunchucks and everything last time. But all in all, I think anybody would probably agree that that's worth $44. And if you want any of those like Pagan Press Cthulhu books, I can get rid of those. If you want some of the World of Darkness books, feel free to let me know. It's all good. And you want to check out the other video I did before this so that you can see the other things that we have. So thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.